Yeah. Yes. There are things going on. I got the weed whacker out. Oh, Froggle! Nice! The wildlife. That's the third one I saw today. Awesome. So I got the weed whacker out. You can see some of the forest I've chopped down. Obviously needs to be mowed. Didn't do that yet. Getting there. Actually doing that another day. Hello! That got really big. So big, in fact, that it clouded out the daffodilicus. The Rose of Sharon grows right in the middle of it, so it doesn't look so off anymore. Purple plunge is taken off. These were those six lips that the neighbor gave us. We've planted them. I don't know if they're supposed to do that. They don't look right. I know they don't keep having, they come up once and... So yeah, anyway, did a lot of weed whacking, the whole thing. Again, the rest of the forest here will be mowed soon enough. Did some here. The berry plant is coming back. Weed whacker got a little happy with that. So I went around, moved these buckets out. They serve absolutely no purpose. They're just there. I don't know why. They really serve no purpose. I had to move all the chairs out, and the table, and the other table, and the chaise lounge. All this great stuff. Here's my personal gear. Some old googles. My old gloves got a hole in them. And these were the MPOW noise blocking headphone. Link in the prescription so you could see. Still didn't drain the pool because the generator didn't run. God forbid you plug that in the house. It's just not a big issue at the moment. But going around doing all this stuff here, everything looks a lot better. Along the fence here you can see the forest that is growing in front of it, but it's all weed whacked along the fence. The weed whacker is somewhere off in the distance, and even though I had trouble starting it that first time for the season, this time it was its normal 6 poles. However, I have learned one thing by doing all of this. The only reward for hard work is more Hoard work. I have ripped out the Hoard. Everything. These are the pieces of gutter downspout that I cut up in a previous video. Link in the doobly hole. Old 2-cycle snowblower, never had a video of it. This was a coworker, Lewis, gave me this one. This is a 4-cycle Tecumseh engine. I don't think it runs anymore. A few years ago, Lexmark's 567 and I did put gas in it. It ran, but I think like the governor was stuck, and it ran real high RPMs. I don't think it's locked up. Nope, it's not locked up. Could be made to run. Here's a weed whacker. Yeah. Some tables, all that. So now what's all this? Well, first of all, look at what happened. Look at what happened. Man, the worst was here because of the spinities that grow, the spiny vines and plants and things. Not good. I soaked the area down with weed killer. I'm seeing some weed and grass killer, in fact. I'm smelling it for sure. And I'm seeing some browning, slightly. I don't know if the stuff's any good. Cleared everything out of here. Moved those 2 boulders from the video on cutting the wood up that was here. There were a couple other little scraps in here. And that's what's inside of that. Still don't know what this plant is, so thanks. Uh, that's pretty much it. So now that we're in here, we can take a look at some more close-ups of the damage from that. Let's see. This is the pipe for the well, as I had explained in removing Florey the plant. There's a link for that as well. You might figure that part out. For the well, like I said, there is this other pipe here. Aha! There was another pipe and it's nothing, so that's just garbage. That was Florey. That's what I cut out, and that's just going to stay there. Cool. An old piece of asbestos siding that this house used to have. So that's nice. I'm going to put that in my pocket, save it for a snack for later. Yeah, so I cleaned out all of this hoard, and this is what I'm left with. It's a lot. Now, let's go over some of the other stuff I got here. Some of this, I think the stuff is pretty cool. I have no use for it and never will, but I just can't seem to get rid of it. We have 3 spools of wire. This was back when they were redoing the utility poles and electricity in the area. They ran all new wiring, and this was a length of like between my house and the Chatalians. There are 3 spools here. One is unshielded, or uninsulated I should say, and the other 2 are insulated. They are all aluminum and real thick gauge stuff. Take a look. I don't know what gauge that is, but it's pretty thick stuff. And then we had other things on the pole. You may have seen these type things hanging up by the utility poles themselves. They're to provide like a strain relief between the stretches of wire. So the wire comes in, and then you always see jumper wires going across these things. So these are here to help ease the pain, so to speak. And they are hinged like that. So I got 3 of those. And then I got this guy, which is another sort of strain relief. This one is like a silicone kind of thing, like that. And then, if I can get that out of the way, this is a big antenna. A big antenna that was on the pole. They could radio to it to kill power to the block in the event of some sort of major issue. They replaced the antenna. I don't know why. There's nothing wrong with this one, but they let me have all this stuff. And like I said, I have no use for any of it. It's getting late in the day, but not too late. I might start running some of those over here. So I think I'll get started with that, because at least this area is shaded now. So I'm going to go get myself ready for that, get some gloves, and start doing some heavy lifting, and we'll check in later. You've heard of Dennis the Menace. Well, now you can meet Jason the Mason. This is what I did. I just fit in whatever would fit wherever it would fit, using whatever pieces I had. The house, the parging, I believe it's called, that funny looking cement ragged stuff, I believe it's called parging, there's excess, as you see. So I figured if I leaned it up on that, it would make for a cleaner look, and it definitely did. If I had more of these stones, you know, then good, but hey, I'm walking on it right now. The bricks are too high. I didn't level anything, I didn't measure anything, I didn't cut anything, nothing. I just laid down what I had, but you can certainly walk on it. The bricks are a little dodgy, but yeah, it's a hell of a lot nicer than it was. And I'll get weeds growing in the cracks. I get that. But for the whole surface area of this, there ain't nothing going to grow. I like that, and I like that a lot. So it'll be a lot easier to take care of for this little bit of work. It really wasn't that bad, all told. This is what I'm left with. These are odd pieces that don't fit anywhere. The red looks like the red bricks, but I don't know if they are actually pieces of it, and the rest look like chunks of concrete. God only knows where that ever came from. But yeah, so the little patio, you can't really put like a table there. I get that. I couldn't put anything here because that's where Rose of Sharon was, and that's all I could chop out. But you know, we'll just take care of stuff as it happens. And I got this whole area, so I think that's pretty good. Now, should I put the old dead snowblowers there on it? I don't know. No, I should throw them out. I did have plans with this one. This did run, and then it didn't. But it's just a little 2-cycle engine in there. So I figured I'd take it apart, pull the engine out, keep that, and throw the rest out. And this thing, I should probably just toss it. It serves no purpose. The thing is broken. It's done, you know. I don't know why I'm keeping it. I really don't. It should really go. It should really go. Selling it, non-running, I don't know what, $25? It's all beat up and worn out. It's junk and garbage. This guy worked, but it can't handle New York, so that's what that is. And otherwise, I think I'm going to tidy everything up here. I'll show the wife what I did so she can yell at me. I mean, so she could say, wow, that looks great. And see what she thinks. She might have some more fartistic capabilities as far as where things should go and where shapes should fit and things like that. I don't know. I could have put these not on the parging of the house and had it come out just a little more, but I don't think it's necessary. This area where the slate is actually pretty nice, you know. I mean, they're all loose and whatever, but hey, it'll stop the weeds. That's the main thing. So I need to make some semblance out of what's here. I think what I'm going to do with the cables is sort of drape them over this pipe, or at least up against it, because this is where all the spiny shit grows, and then I don't know what the rest. But anyway, like I said, the only reward for hard work is more Hoard work. So there you go, all done. A nice shitty no-cost patio that I'm not going to use, but at least it looks a lot better. I should get the hose and spray it all down and that, you know, maybe even power wash it just to do it. Could do the house too while I'm at it, but that's going to wrap this up. So I thank you very kindly for watching, and I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.